I will just get started and say who I am. So my name is Leah from the PR department of AudaCity Capital, and at the moment we're just interviewing some of our traders to find out about their journey into trading and how they got interested in trading. So my first question for you is just to introduce yourself and explain how you got interested in trading and how you got to the place you are today.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Daniel, and I suppose my first kind of introduction to trading was, it started years ago. I've always been into finance and things like that's what my main kind of career is. But I stumbled across Forex trading a couple of years ago through social media, and I kind of got stuck into it that way. So it was kind of started out with like a signal seller. Kind of everyone's kind of like starting experience. I think it's quite common these days. And from there, I kind of decided really I wanted to learn how to be independent with it and not rely on somebody else's signals. I'd rather like educate myself and learn how to go from there. And that was kind of my first take into it. It was quite fast moving at the start.
Yeah, so did you teach yourself how to trade then, or did you have like any previous like education or a mentor or anything like that?
Oh no, so when I decided I wanted to learn, I went in search of like online courses, mentors, things like that. And I found a company who were doing like an education, like a course. So I started doing the course, and I found it wasn't really sinking in for me. Like their way of teaching, I'm not sure, it didn't really seem to fit. So that, I didn't really take away much from there. But what I did take away from there was they had like a community, and I found some fellow traders who had like the similar sort of experience as me. And we kind of stuck together, and then we went off to find other sources of education. And then we found some education that we all kind of liked together, which was really good. And we started studying that. And I'm still in touch with those people today. We still trade sort of like together, if you like. But yeah, that was kind of where I went to. Like the education part was quite crucial to the development. It absolutely started there. And then it was like, after like we kind of learned our foundations of what we were looking at and things. I then decided I'd like to kind of get a mentor, just kind of like steer me in better ways of producing the results that I wanted. So, and I still talk to that mentor today, and it's I find that's really beneficial.
Yeah, a lot of people I've talked to have said that mentors have been really beneficial, or that they've taught themselves completely. I feel like that's the two I get the most of, mentor or teach themselves. So yeah, that's really great how you've learned how to trade. So you're doing the funded trader program with AudaCity Capital. So how long have you been in the funded trader program, and how have you found it so far?
I've been with Audacity a couple of months now, and it's been an experience. It's good because the leverage in your first account is stricter to how you might normally trade. You kind of got to learn how to trade using those set of rules. Like I'm used to using quite tight stop losses in my positions. So with the current leverage that we're allowed to use, I often risk less than 1%, which is different for me because I'm used to risking 1% or so much. But I find I've got like quite a nice like comfort zone or a blanket where I can leave more room to trade in this way. So I'm kind of comfortable. But it's a slow and steady progress, so it's going well so far.
Great, I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it so far and it's going well for you. I'll definitely pass on the feedback about the leverage for you. to my manager. Great, so I'm glad you're enjoying it. So my last question is a bit of a tricky question, but I ask it to all the traders that I interview, because the videos that we make are for people either who maybe want to get into trading and who are learning to trade and want to educate themselves, or maybe who are looking into a funded trader program. So what is the best advice you can give to someone starting their trading journey? Maybe something that you might have wanted to have known before you started trading.
All right, Earl. 100% learn how to risk manage, because that's not something you learn off the bat. You need to understand how to manage a small account before you try and grow an account. I mean, if you can't manage a $1,000 account, you can't manage a $100,000 account. It's something like that. I was not taught how to risk manage when I first started trading. So the trades were kind of in wild swings of sizable stop losses and things. But when you're new, you don't understand that, or you don't know about it. So knowing how to risk the percentage you want to risk is crucial, I think, in trading.